It's down on the first bend, and then over on the far side, the men already out on the track for the men's 200 metres. Schneeberger of Switzerland on the inside, Saidi Ndure of Norway in 2, Mullings Jamaica in 3, Martina from the Dutch Antilles in 4, Bailey USA in 5, Blake Jamaica in 6, Spearmon USA in 7, and the X-Man Xavier Carter of the USA on the outside. So this is Mark Schneeberger running their relay team. They actually adorn the programme. They're so proud of the fact they finished 4th in the European Championships, and I think I was trying to say earlier on, they had a few close calls. They couldn't quite spit it out, that's what I meant. Schneeberger on the inside, 20.61 this year. Well, Saidi Ndure went off to Barcelona with very high hopes in both the 100 and the 200. He could only finish 6th and 5th respectively, 5th in his better event. A bit better in London the other day. Steve Mullings, haven't seen too much of him on the circuit this year. A Jamaican who has served a pretty serious drugs ban. It's pretty strict rules about performances in the Diamond League. Chirandi Martina of the Dutch Antilles, 20.08 this year, new personal best, and starting to come into some really good form. Ryan Bailey was 4th in London. Again, another man making advances in 2010, 20.7. And Johan Blake, well, he really does fall into that category, doesn't he? 19.78, first time under 20 seconds, smashed his personal best in Monaco, had another good run in the 100, with another personal best in the shorter sprint distance last week. Wallace Spearmon, well, he's the man in the box seat, as they say. He's leading the points race because no Walter Dix here. Dix, well, he pretty much just had to turn up here, but he has a torn hamstring, not able to compete. He's leading this diamond race in the 200, where he had an unassailable lead, but now Spearmon, he's only got 5 points, but Blake, Martina, even Carter could win this tonight. 8 points up for grabs for the win. As I said earlier, 4 and 2 for second and third, and if the results went his way, he could walk off with a diamond trophy. I think 2 or 3 others might have to fall, and nonetheless, every prospect of a good race here. I think it's Blake that everyone's looking forward to watching here in lane 6. Spearmon is the man with the points in the bag, as it were. Blake's the exciting sprinter of the moment, just 20 years of age. Ryan Bailey inside him as well in 5. And then Martina in 4. So Spearmon is very much there to be shot at in lane 7. Blake got a terrible start in lane 6. Spearmon gets away well, and inside Blake, Ryan Bailey's had a cracking bend as well, and also Steve Mullings of Jamaica in lane 3. And as they come round the bend now, Blake's starting to come back into it in 6, and Spearmon's got a lot of work to do because it's Blake and Bailey. But here comes Spearmon, and Spearmon's flying through. Will he get there? Spearmon wins it on the line ahead of Blake, 19.79. Stunning performance from Spearmon in the home straight. He was absolutely nowhere. New meeting record. Of course, not the quickest in the world this year. That belongs to you-know-who, who's not here anymore, Usain Bolt. But that is a season's best and one of the best runs we've seen from Spearmon for a long time. He was pushed all the way by Blake. He gets better and better. Consistency coming into his performances as well, but that was pretty special from Wallace Spearmon, 19.79.
Well, wasn't that fascinating? A race of so many different acts, if you like. As you said, Blake didn't get a great start there in yellow. Spearmon much better, and he's not a great starter, Spearmon. He's a 200-metre specialist. For example, last week in London, Spearmon was only 7th in the 100 and then won the 200 metres the next day. But Blake here, you think with 17 to go, has got it. And then Spearmon thinks, no, you don't, son, this is my territory. There he is nearer the camera, taller figure, glides through. Works hard for it, mind you. Both of them have run very quick there. 19.79 for Spearmon. That's a massive new season's best. And a meeting record to boot. That's quite something yet again in Leipziger. And Steve, with the most marginal of following wins, that really is a pretty special run.
Yeah, you know, Spearmon is one of those guys who's always had the ability, always had the talent. He's picked up medals, of course, at the World Championships. And, well, he's in a tough event, isn't he, with Bolt and Gay. But he's definitely best of the rest. And that proved it there tonight. And he wasn't going to let those youngsters, Blake and Bailey, get ahead of him. Personal best for Bailey in third, 20.1. Blake continues to look very, very good indeed, 19.86. But the winner, 19.79. New meeting record here in Zurich.